of the 6th month, 1, 2, 3, February, March, April, May, June. June 21st. There we go. Yep. So it's been a while. We stopped working on the 15th, so it's been 6 days. A lot of stuff has been happening. A lot of lack of motivation to actually work on the project because not Cyber World, we don't even know what the tracks have decorated etc. But yeah, so I added the numbers, and it turns out that I did too well. You want as much wiggle room as possible. Turns out, I did overshoot, which was the goal, but now I have to do adjustments, and that's so essentially, this route's too fast. Not too fast. Essentially, it has too much speed. So you reach over here a whole second before you reach over here, going the slow route. But meanwhile, we do have the slow route people reaching here 1.7 seconds earlier. So that means that if you're 1.7 seconds behind a person, then you're going to be right on them when you reach right here. That kind of concept, right? It might not be exactly, but due to particle, your boat lag and stuff like that, and factoring that in. But if you're rod on rod and you have the same pace, right, then you should probably end up here same time, kind of thing, right? So yeah, the main numbers are how far behind you can be to get the block, which is that 1.7 I was saying, and then how much time you lose from missing the block, which was 1 second. It says 1.1 seconds to here, which is really, really big, right? That's huge. That's enormous. Especially taking if P2 is that boat and then P1 bumps him, then they lose more than a second, right? They lose a lot of time. But at the same time, P2, it says P2, P1 can go around, and then their ghost can go through P2, and then P2 gets bumped, right? And that's happened multiple times, right? Even with just jank boat physics, sometimes you just drive through someone, and then they get bumped because you drove through them, right? I think that happened with Osaka and Cyber World 2 for me, or something like that, right? So just the fact that that can happen is the punish should not be a whole second, right? It wasn't a whole second in Cyber World 2, and it was half a second, I think. I really probably want it to be 0.3 seconds, like that. Maybe even 0.2. Yeah. So then also it still bugs me that the slow route is the harder route. I feel the faster route should be the harder route, but that's the whole thing. The problem with that is that you can't do that because we want to reach the straightaway as fast as possible, and we want to kill time on the slow route. Because we're gonna be reaching this point more efficiently by going more directly towards it, which is the slow route. This is the slow route, and this is the fast route. You want to reach the straightaway as fast as possible on the fast route. So we can't spend too much time dilly-dallying on the fast route, right? Or else the split route becomes too long, and then we get complaints about that. And I also don't want them to be too long, right? I want people to do the rest of the track instead of spending 30 seconds on the split route, right? And this is already long. This is already it takes me 25 and a half seconds to start from here, start from this line to get to here, right? And that's we want the track to be a minute long. So we already have almost half the track is this, right? So then we spend 10 seconds on the pawn skip corner, and now we're at 35 seconds, and now we have 25 seconds to play with to get back, because we have to not only make it an interesting 25 seconds of the track, but we also have to loop back all the way over to here. So it's a lot of constraints, right? So we don't want to make the split routes as small as possible for the sake of increasing the rest of the track availability, how much other track you can have. But yeah, it bothers me that it's a difficult slow route, right? So you have to be really precise. But then I was well, what if you set it up in a way that how much time you lose is dependent on this, right? I mean that makes intuitive sense, right? You have to be good at it. If you even on Cyber World 1 or Cyber World 2, how much time you lose to doing the slow route and missing the block is dependent not only on straightaway speed, but how well you do this, how well you do the slow route. If you suck ass at slow route, then you're probably gonna miss the block. You're gonna be that bad, right? Or even you're gonna lose even more time. right? So, like, thing is, I don't even know if people practiced the slow route in several too for off season. I don't think they did. I think most people just practiced the fast route. So like I don't know. Like I don't know if I should keep this in. But yeah. So like the problem was that you reach like it's a whole second difference right here, which is huge. So the way to lower that is by lowering the entry speed. So I'm thinking we make the straightaway, like we make them start gaining speed from here instead of here. So I have a little bit less time. I think this is actually going to lower it not by that much. We're also probably going to want to make the finish line like over here instead of like over here. Not like the finish line of the track, but like where the next turn starts, like the brake marker, or like the braking zone. But I do want enough speed so that like it's a good pawn skip kind of thing, right? So I don't want it to just be like right here as the turn, right? That also make it awkward, like around the bump zone and like getting around people and then setting up for the next turn. Which I mean, actually, now I think about it, that could be neat. I mean, that could be cool actually. I mean, like that would be cool on paper, but like we also need to put. I think that we're gonna put the pawn skip like right here. So I think we should probably. Yeah, like playing it like I was considering, right, because if we have so much space, we're gonna need another straightaway, right? So I was like, we could put the pawn skip on that straightaway, but then I was like, well, we can do other stuff with the rest of that track, like lower tempo or higher tempo sections, like more turns. I mean, no, like higher tempo, like I don't think higher tempo is the way to go. I think it's just bad. So we should probably avoid that. But like, so we can like add variety to the track instead of just like another super long straight into like a turn. I mean, like we might end up doing that, but like I think doing the pawn skip is just saying that we're gonna do the pawn skip on the end of this straightaway would open up my options a lot more for the rest of the track building process. God damn, this like it's annoying. An option could be that we move this more this way. I think we might have to like scratch all of this and just try again. I think that might just be what we have to do. Because we don't need this much straight away. Like that's what we learned. We don't need this much. We only probably need like half of it. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna make it back up right now, and I'm going to reset everything and try again. Like it's unfortunate, but like this is the track making process. Especially for like a gimmick like Cyberworld gimmick, it's difficult to get right, and it takes a lot of time and like patience to like get what you want with the exact numbers you want. So this is what we're gonna be doing. Okay, let's leave a note. So it's 21, 23 backup. This version 1, I guess. Okay, let's see here. All right. You were setting up pick stops for the BWC server. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna also make I'm gonna copy back here as well. Okay, so now we have the whole thing back up. Okay. Yes, I think we're gonna. Yeah. We're gonna replace not black with air. I think that's what we're gonna do, so we can keep the under layer, but not. Yeah. Oh, that's annoying. I guess we can just fill black 1,000. That wasn't enough, was it? Ah. Oh, there's still barrier blocks. There might still be barrier blocks. Okay, now we're good. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that there for right now. If we need to remove it, we will. But for right now, it should be fine. Okay, let's see here. So we want, let's just go with half the length for the straightaway. Okay. So that's the middle. We can try that, yeah. Huh. Probably like right here, I guess. Sure. Let me test. Cool. Sounds good. 156. Let me do that. Okay. Let's do fast route first. Maybe add some redstone. Like a wall tap here. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be enough actually. We could try it. That's a okay. Probably do like just a stopwatch, like a IRL stopwatch, just run to see like if they're far off. Instead of like setting up like all the CT and stuff, we can just like take a look at the stopwatch, see if it's reasonable first, and then lab. Yeah. I thought I saved the TP commands. Huh. Feels long. I don't know. Let's test it. All right. I have boat cam. I can probably use it if I wanted to. I'll be fine. Okay, so that was 19.04. Do 04 and 24.69. Nice. Then we'll do left. Okay. I'm starting the timer from when I hold W. Doesn't really matter where you start from. I mean, you start when you hit the line. It doesn't really. Yeah, let's do basically the same thing. Ooh, interesting. That's pretty early. Forgive my lack of being able to drive in a straight line. Look at that shit. Yeah, that was a little bit too fast. That was left 16.06 and 24.29. So yeah, we want that to be about 6/10 of a second fast or slower. So that would be 0.89, so maybe like 7. So plus 0.7 seconds left. And then also that would mean that we go from 16.06 to 16.76, and that's a difference of 2.2 seconds. That's a pretty good difference, I'd say. That means that if you're like right behind them, like right behind the ghost, you get like bump right here. And then if you're like, you can strike from like really far back, which is cool, I think. Like you can be like like if they're like right here, you could be like all the way like back here and still strike them, kind of thing, right? Which I guess is kind of scary if you're like, you know, if you're this guy, because then like you have to be constantly on the lookout for people trying to murder you. It also means that they get multiple attempts between that, because if the P2 and P, so like right, if P1 is like right here, right, and P2 is all the way back here, then, or I guess no, let's say P2 is like right here, right, and then they P2 misses, they go do like a lap, and like P1 goes right, P1 goes that, or P2 goes left, P2 misses the block, then next lap he loses 0.3 seconds, right, now he's like back here, right, then he gets to try again, and the same thing, he misses again, right, then he gets to try again, and then he misses, and then he just try again, because he's still within range, right. That's kind of powerful, that's like really powerful. Yeah, like, it's just down to like, it's not like, that's like when this is when the track maker has to decide what they want, right? Because I can either say I want a very powerful gimmick, but like you have to be within like a close range, right? You have to be like this is the rod, that's the ghost, P2 has to be like right here, right? Or I could say I want it to be a weaker gimmick, but like P2 can be like all the way back here, right? Like that's the rod, that's the ghost, right? It's just a matter of preference, what you kind of want for your track. Because then, if you want it to be less powerful, we just have to make this wider, so that they have more options and more things to choose from. So then this would essentially be lower odds of, like aside from like being able to react and avoid stuff, just if we made it so that they had to drive exactly straight, it'd be lower chances. Just yeah, because right now it's like a 1, 2. Okay, that's cool. Thanks. Let's just turn on the hitboxes. 1, 2-ish, 3-ish. Like a 1, like 4.5, right? Like a 2 and 9 chance. Just like that kind of thing, right? It's not like a 100% chance or like a 50% chance. We can turn that into like a 2 out of 11 or like 2 out of 13 if we really wanted to. Just like lower the odds, but give people multiple attempts. I mean, I don't know. Like, right, okay, yeah, so like the difference, if you added 0.7 to left, it would be this and this, right? So then it'd be 0.3 slower than the right on the finish, but then it'd be 2.3 slower here. But that's also, you have to take into consideration the length of following and stuff, right? So like if you, it's not like if this is P1's rod, it's not like you're going to be like right here all the time. Generally, in ice boat racing, you're going to be behind their ghost, like right here, right? So like you're going to be this time distance away. So you don't only have to factor in this. You can say this like 0.2 seconds, right? Or maybe in like, let's just say quarter seconds, right? Not only that much leniency, we have to have it the other way around so that when they reach this, then this is P2. P1 is like P1 is not right here, but instead like right here, right? Like, or I guess like this, if this is P2, we don't want or I guess this is P2, right? Because they're like, they're coming in and they're turning, right? So then like their rod is over here, but the ghost is over here. We don't want P1 like here. We want it so that the collision occurs that he drives them more forward, right? And then like P1 is like right here. So we had to also account for this gap, right? So we need to add 0.5. We need to make the gap at least 0.5. Yeah, right. We can say like, we can extend that to like plus 0.4 for each instead of like 0.25 for like this gap. You can say 0.4 because you don't want to be like directly behind their ghost. You don't want to be like, if their ghost is right here, you do not want your rod to be like right here. You want it to be like a little bit further back, just for like safety things, because that's where most people follow at. They don't want to be like right behind them, because then if they lag for like just a split second, then you get bumped. So we can say like even like 0.5 maybe, like, yeah, we can say 0.5 plus 0.5 for the first one, and then plus 0.3 for the second. So that's going to be plus, we need to have at least 0.8 seconds gap. Thankfully we have a 2-second gap, so it's going to be a little bit better than that, like a 2.3. So that's 1.5 second leeway kind of thing. We can lower that to like, let's lower that to like 1, I think. Okay, yeah, so we have two things we need to do here. We need to make it so that if P1 is like right here, we don't want P2 to be able to strike from like all the way back here, right? We don't want that. Let me actually, let me just use this for lightning rods kind of visualization. And then think, here we go. I guess we can keep this here. We don't want, I should have done this from the start. We don't want P1 to be like right here and P2 to be like right over there and be able to strike, because then that's just like too far. That's just like a taste thing. So we want to lower the gap between, we want to lower this gap, 19.04 to 16.06. We want to lower that to like a gap of maybe, we need at least that, so maybe like 1.8 seconds, right? I mean, do we though? Do we? Like, I'm gonna check a POV real quick. I want to see how far 2.3 seconds is. Just no, we can just do it straight away, right? We can just hit Ava pop on and like do it straight away, and then like see how far 2.3 seconds is. I think it's pretty far. I guess we can just do, or I guess over here. One, 2, 3. It's like here to, oh, that's actually not that bad. That's pretty close. I mean, like that's going from 0, but like, yeah, okay. So like if you turned right, they'd be about like a little bit closer than that, and they'd be over here. That's actually pretty far. I mean, no, that's where the rod is. Their ghost is probably like right here. So like, yeah, their rod is probably like right here. Their ghost is probably like right here. And then you are probably right here. I think that's close enough, actually. I feel like that, yeah, okay. So in that case, you can go with a large gap of 2.3 for distance between P1 and P2, their lightning rods. And we can do, we just need to add 0.7 so that this becomes 16.76, and then it's a 2.3 gap. And we also want this to be, yeah, okay, so we need to essentially make this 0.7 faster, or actually probably rather take 0.7 more on this. We either make the track longer or shorter, and like we could try to make it shorter, but then that means that we have to make the straightaway shorter, which means that the this gap becomes different. So I think honestly we should like the easiest way is to make this longer right here. So I'm not gonna make it back up. Too much work. This is like a very basic version anyway. All right. Now, in testing Cyberworld 2, I've learned that moving the apex by like 3 blocks can like change like the route by like 0.4 seconds. Which sounds crazy, but like that's how it was. I mean, I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it was. Does that have to be that sharp? It doesn't matter that it's that sharp. Let's try again. We should probably actually like, okay, so like that was only one set of data. We probably should have like gotten closer, or like done multiple tests just to like really make sure. But yeah, it's okay. I have to delete those blocks. I'm probably, at this rate, I'm probably just gonna upload this as a VOD. I'm not gonna lie, or like a playlist of VODs. Oh yeah, I mowed. Yeah, sadness. Okay, so at least got the first data point. That's 17.65. That seems to be a lot slower than we wanted it to be. Like by a whole like, you know, second. So that's cool. We're just gonna yoink that. I'll clean this up real quick. Okay, let's try again. And go. We want to get within the ballpark, and then we'll do labbing and fine-tuning. Oh yeah, I'm bad. Oh. Okay, this is pretty good, just from like what I saw. And 24.96, that's 16.63, close. And 24.96 compared to what did we want? It was that. So we wanted 7.6, so like 0.1 seconds off. Although we were 0.65 off for that, so that's like not bad. Yeah, we could probably start labbing this on through this. That's close enough. Like we're within like 3 ticks, so that we could probably start labbing, and then like we'll do heavy labbing, see how far we off, or how far off we are actually, and then try again, or make adjustments. Try again. Yeah, so that's okay. I'm probably gonna accept TTs, same checkpoints and stuff, kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna cut the video here to save on data and stuff, just so that doesn't become too big. I will cut it back to you shortly. Okay, yeah, bye. Woo.